me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do in no money, what they at you in no at you. Could be money missing way in the you look at you. Use the youth the money waste and must a man to statue. Say me like a catch you but they got in a figure you. Take this script of money gal and say that is not you. One day the man above end up in my got a bed. But it in the kitchen some a fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me
300% free.
It burn me
garbage pile up the day.
It burn me
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me
I see corruption please.
It burn me
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me know me got bigger. The already promises none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth them rap and they down in our fever. Member bold honey and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the son man.
It burn me
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me
Or them a treat soldier man.
It burn me
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again.
Stevie dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good morning, Prime Minister Xi Jinping. Oh, I mean Prime Minister Andrew Holness. It is the empire's 9 nights. If America's best choice is two madmen, one from Broadmoor, the other from Maudsley, it is the empire's 9 nights. The death of the American system couldn't be more hastened with what's up for grabs at the moment. One care home patient walking around fumbling, the other violently schizophrenic Broadmoor patient, danger to the public, still is on the loose in public. Who are we talking about? Joe Biden and Donald Trump. That is America's choice. That's the choice that will dictate to the rest of the world. Then if Kamla is Vice President Trump, Andrew Holness have to be Xi Jinping. You cannot have it any other way. Andrew Holness have to be Xi Jinping. Set up a press conference for Andrew Holness and Biden. We want to know what Andrew name. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning on the Global Television Group. It's your At a Glance program to my community of parity and my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, and subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning and welcome. Veteran. Wagwan. Let me look what I rub my eye and look away, veteran, right? You know. I wonder when I call the president giving out name. I wonder what is Andrew Holness' right name. Xi Jinping. It could be anything other than Xi Jinping. Debbie Jervis. Good morning. Agency Driver 5. Well, go on. Big up yourself. People, good morning. Please like and share the program and remember to press the like button. Yes, but if you support the program and don't make me start early. Don't let me drop off the railings early this morning. It is too early to drop off the railings. So hit the like button. If you don't want me to drop and dangle off the railings this morning, damn it, Harriet. Hit the like button, beat and teach. Wagwan, Joan, Brown, good morning, Muriel King. Yvonne Riley, Joan Bailey, Natalia Freeman, Paula Shelley, Gloria Morris, Larissa Beckford, Brenda, good morning. Rosemary Samuels, Conjugality 4, Jason Kane, Elaine Turner, Carly Jones, Michelle Lewis Wilson, God Gifts, Rose, Karen Jones, Christopher, Jason Kane, Marcia Esther. Good morning, all, and welcome. Who else is here? Sheena Kelly, Marcia B. Rowe, Christine Gilbert, Shelly Reed, Shadio Baniris, JamaicanTV.com, Kevin Davis, Violet Watson, Don Fox, Arja Robinson, Elijah B., Richard Reed, Norman Ferguson, Mandela Strength. Good morning, first time seeing you on Global Television. Thank you for joining the Global Television family. The man don't know. But remember, at one point, wasn't Joe Biden the first black female vice president? Was he not? I'm sure at one point, Biden was the first black female vice president. It is not fair to America, nor is it fair to the world, Waxy Brown, for such an important choice for America and for the world. The best choice. How are the people of Manchester doing, Waxy Brown? The best choice on offer is Joe Biden and Donald Trump, two old madmen, one senilely mad, one violently mad, and we don't see the world is heading for disaster. The two madmen who will have their finger on a nuclear button. We don't know what can scratch them at late night, and they want to start a war. This spells danger for the world. It is really time for Andrew Holness and Joe Biden to go. They have never posed such danger, Annie Jones, that they are posing at the moment. The continuation, because let's be fair, I may not tolerate my views to a certain point, but to those of you Democrats in America, if you want to save the country from Donald Trump and the 2025 agenda, if you have not read it, go out there. It is out there for everybody to read, the 2025 agenda. Trump and the right-wing Christians and the Ku Klux Klan and the whole of them. If you all don't get out there and force Biden out now, you're heading for calamity. You are heading for calamity if you settle with this madman. The policies of America is important to every country around the world. The American foreign policy affects the day-to-day decision of your country. We already have a madman as Andrew Holness. Audrey Brown says she read it. Audrey Robinson says she read it. You have a madman, Angel, of Andrew Holness. Simple slip up, Angel. Simple slip up. How many simple slip up is Biden going to make in public for the world to see that Biden is a care home patient? Simple slip up. Biden was the first black female vice president. His vice president is now Vice President Donald Trump. His worst nightmare, Putin, his love boy, Zelensky, is now President Putin. And you think that's a slip up? Biden, in his first debate, which was mumbling and fumbling and forgetting things, you think that's a slip up? Biden, we can barely walk without tumbling over, you think that's a slip up? Biden, who have to be directed where he's going. Biden, who has to be pumped up with adrenaline and what you call the other one. You think it's a slip up? You don't think that is dangerous for the world? As dangerous as Donald Trump is? You don't think Biden's mental status is dangerous as well? You can't go and think, say, coercing Biden to go along is not as dangerous as Trump coming back, because that's what America is preparing themselves for. If they allow Biden to go to the presidential election in November, the country is setting up itself for Trump and Agenda 2025. Can you find anything else to vlog on Mr. Perfect? You don't make mistake. All I will make mistake, but I'm afraid, Angel, and there's no Mr. Perfect around here, because I'm one of the biggest dunce you can't find, boy. Everybody know that. Me can't barely count past 10. Me can barely count past 10. But you know see where all this is going. If you think Biden is the best choice, you will all see where it is going. It's a madman versus another madman. This is the state of American politics. You mean that that's all America left with? That's the best the Democrat can come up with? That's the best the Republican can come up with? These people who help to shape America foreign policy across the world, whether it be implemented by the World Bank, the IMF, the UN, the Security Council, and all the different institutions and organizations of America that they call the world body. But if you understand their operation, this spells danger. But leave on to it until November come. It's either or either. But Andrew Holness, we want to hear who you are. And we most likely going to think to say, given the trade calamity and the given way of land, then it might just be that he mistake you for Xi Jinping, where you give too much land in their backyard. Not just you, Andrew. You and the PNP, them give them more land, more if the truth be told. Justice Panton. So what? So what if you're irritated by unfair questions from the public? Justice Panton, so what? We are irritated, Justice Panton, by your dunceness. We are irritated, Justice Panton, by the lack of clarity in your recent report. We are irritated, Justice Panton, by the corruption of the Integrity Commission. Because the same integrity commission who can charge Dwayne Vaz for being late or referred Dwayne Vaz to prosecution because he never paid the fine on time. The Prime Minister from 2021 still is dangling in integrity. So what if you're annoyed? So what if you're annoyed because we have questions to ask? Then come out of public life. Come out of public life. Stop collecting taxpayers' money, Justice Panton. Stop collecting taxpayers' money. And then taxpayers don't have to ask Justice Panton a question. Not one. But as long as a dimwit of Justice Panton, who have to come back and clarify it to us, it isn't that it has whittled down to 2. It's that there's an additional 2 added to the 6. But we did not clarify that in the report. Dimwit justice. So what if you're annoyed? So what if you are annoyed? Stop collecting tax money. It's as simple as that. Or do the job that the public expect of UNO. UNO can't just come out here, come tell me every year, say MP on the probe for illicit enrichment, and we can't get no closure, wrap up, now update on the case. Why shouldn't we question you? Why shouldn't we question you? If the report was written with clarity, so much people wouldn't have the question to ask. How come it whittled down from 6 to 2? I know the public make up that. It's what we saw in the report. It is what we saw in the report. If the report was written with clarity, one wouldn't have to come back, come amend it and provide clarity to say, no, this is an additional 2. So whether you want to be annoyed or not, Justice Panton, who cares? Nobody really care about them something there. We care about the management of this disaster. The management of this disaster that we are yet to see this government. Farmers need help in Manchester. People need help all across Jamaica. But still, the effort, logistic, resources, finances, and manpower that ought to be put in the worst hit areas like St. Elizabeth, South Manchester, parts of Clarendon, Westmoreland, those people are still yet to see the efforts from government across the country. Across the country, people are calling on the government for help. We are still yet to know how the government and the Ministry of Finance is financing the recovery and rebuilding efforts on the ground. The Prime Minister promised to be transparent in all of this. When you not see the tree come out in here, we turn up and tell we want a whole heap of thing. They have been saying a lot. How much has been done for the people on the ground though? How much of the relief effort is being felt underground. A lot of people across St. Elizabeth, the worst hit area that came out of the storm, is still yet to see anybody from any official galang in to come to their area. The one social worker, cannot manage the task. The one social worker our Pernell Charles have, a go around per constituency, cannot manage the task at hand. We don't see any proper management coming out of this disaster relief. We can't wait on the government on a weekly basis for update from their press conference. It ought to be an ongoing update for the public. The funding is one of the most important parts of the recovery and rebuilding effort. But all that is all over the place. That is really all over the place, given the conversations we saw in Parliament on Tuesday. Have any of you have anything concrete? I think who was Westmoreland? No, Westmoreland, Hanover. No, hold on there. Beryl toll on Main Road tops 10 billion. All right, Prime Minister. Here how we are going to do it. You're not going to take money out of the disaster fund, divert 10 billion out of that into the damaged roadways. The money you already allocate, Prime Minister, if I don't lie or tell, for the Spark project. That Spark project money, Prime Minister, ought to be diverted at the moment into how much billion he did put aside for the, was it 40 billion? So use that 40 billion, the other 20 billion, where they go gain at the next financial year. Rolled up that the 20 billion, Prime Minister, over into the disaster budget and use that. So you don't have to go in at the disaster budget, but dig out another 10 billion rather, to fix the roads. So the another 20 billion for the Spark program will come in the next financial year budget. Barra hit or scrape it from somewhere and rolled it over into the Burial Road destruction. Because a whole heap of money need to be spent across the country. I drove to Montego Bay yesterday. When I reached New Forest, there is a light pole across the main road. JPS is woefully out of their depth, because if 200 and, was it across St. Elizabeth alone, 200 and odd lamp pole were down? They're woefully out of their depth across the country. Why is it rather than the government, them just going around doing nothing at all? Why they don't ask for international help or get the international help in? Because we are out of our depth with the situation. We are out of our depth with the situation. But still the government is just rambling. Yeah, 257 went down in St. Elizabeth alone. Can you imagine? They're out of their depth. Why is it that the government and make it look to them international partners like, oh, everything is all right and we have everything under control? When they tell the people of St. Elizabeth, we now go get light for another 1 month, they mean 1 year. We don't know say anything then tell you, we don't have to add more to it. While it is causing St. Elizabeth people an awful lot for run generator. Blue Waves, what they did, the government never want to spend the upkeep and maintenance money to maintain the JPS infrastructure. So they sell it out to them Bangalore, them and Ungo maintain a 20% in it. And them and the private sector now turn around and rob the Jamaican people. But the government sell it out because them don't want to maintain it. So them pass over that too. The private sector, where if the private sector spend 1 cent per upgrade, you have to pay back the private sector £1 for the cent when it's spent. So it's going to be a continuous robbery. When you see all these state institutions taken over by private sector only to dig deeper into the people pocket. But the people of Jamaica are just willing to take anything. So Prime Minister, we give you anything. Repair to market that sustained damage during the passage of barrel will be fast-tracked. The Falmouth, Mandeville, Lucy, Old Harbour, Market in Trelawney, Manchester, Hanover, and St. Catherine. So, you know who stand, beat and teach there. You know who stand for earn whole heap of money out of these market rebuilding, because all of these come under the local government helmet, where Desmond Mackenzie I got award the contract them. Can I tell you in South Manchester about 400 poles? Kiss me for the pronouns. Then tell me if we don't need international help. Tell me if we not should have international help days ago now. When you hear them talk nothing of such, can you imagine buying ice every day over the next day? Not even the ice, the gas for the generator. My cousin have to run because of her business. She have to run her generator for about 15, 20 hours for the day. And that costs her $4,000 in a gas for the day. To keep the generator going, to keep our business afloat. A calamity are going across St. Elizabeth right now. Beat and teach. Tell them how rich Desmond Mackenzie I got turn out of them market fixing, you know. Tell them say beat and teach. A Desmond Mackenzie I got award this contract. The king of kickback stand to gain whole heap of money out of this disaster. Whole heap. And I know just in the market, he might go earn kickback money out of. Desmond Mackenzie is highly involved in a lot of the process of the relief and recovery effort across the country because of his portfolio over local government. What does this incident of polls stopping saying to us about the manner in which these poles are planted and then maintained? The maintenance is a woeful thing, these critique. Woeful. And everybody in them era where you grow up and got basic school until you come turn old and have granny now in your community, you see the same lamp pole them when nobody never come touch them, now do nothing to them. Poor maintenance. Or national water irrigation system have been destructed deliberately. Much of that started under Dr. Christopher Tufton when he was the Minister for Agriculture and the MP for Southwest Central. What a holy Dr. Tufton do for destroy agriculture and water across Central Belt. Dr. Tufton was the one who took up the pump out of my community and dismantle the pump. You know, so we've gone back. The lifestyle we were living in 1984 in our community, where we have one river, one named Cassie River, and a part of it, you have one big rock, and under the rock, there's a nice cool spring. And there's so people go bathe, baptize, wash clothes, catch water under the stone, Kagaya yard. We have gone back since Hurricane, what's it or other. We have gone back to that primitive lifestyle. We're in a sense that in my community, we're gone back a river, gone wash. We're gone back a river, gone bathe. We're gone back a river, gone catch water in bucket. Albeit, we are carried in a car now and not pan we head. We have gone back. We have gone backwards. And this government, in this disaster, to our JPS power infrastructure, is not showing management. The government needs to take ownership. It is a disaster. JPS is a critical infrastructure for the country. JPS monopolizes in its field. It has no competition. The government is a shareholder in JPS. It is the duty of the government, even though JPS is part privately or majority privately owned. It is a public body. It provides a service to the public. One that it cannot deny or the public cannot avoid using, whether be thieving or buying. They have no competition. Therefore, they are, for that purpose, a public service company, even though privately owned. They are a public service company. So the government, under them DMR, AR, whatever it name, should see to it that he coordinate the relief recovery effort that will put the country back on its foot. So what? If the private sector JPS cannot cope, the country goes in collapse, or does the government take back JPS into receivership and take command of the ship JPS? What's the government duty in making sure JPS has the support and resources it needs? Nigel Dunst, that's a blow wave. Nigel Dunst, that's all. As I've just explained to you, JPS may be majority privately owned. JPS is a public service company for the purpose of what it does and the purpose it's to provide, and its can't call the word monopoly. It's monopoly in the market. It has no competition. It provides a service to the public. Therefore, it is a public service company, and the government, who is a shareholder in it, can intervene. But don't take dunce too serious when they talk. The whole island need a do-over. PM and cronies need to go so real Jamaicans can get to work. New well-built houses, solar panel, field in each parish. And in a Britain, sun only peep round corner for 3 weeks of the year. Sometime if you're not careful, when you see my peep in drawback in your head, and when you travel across this country, you're going to see solar panel farm all about. Acres of land are just solar panel you've been seeing. Acres of land you will be just seeing wind turbines. Britain have many competitors in the power supply industry. Many competitors. You can choose between Dick, Tom, Harry, Gwen, and Gwendolyn. In Jamaica, you just have Tom. In Jamaica, you just have Tom. Whatever Tom has, whatever Tom offers, whatever Tom offers, you just have to accept what Tom offers because there isn't a choice. So therefore, Tom is a public body. Whether Nigel understand it or not, JPS is a public body. Never said it was owned by the public, Dr. Clark, but it is a public body. And you go and ask your public law legal scholars. Everything in Jamaica is just about poor management, lack of management, incompetency, lack of willpower. I do not give a damn because I'm here to fill my pocket and I see the way to fill my pocket. So I don't give a damn. It's much of what is happening. The institution of governance is a corrupt thing. Politics is a very corrupt thing. Sometimes even if you come in there clean and want to do good, you are going to have to become corrupt or you're going to have to go. You're going to have to become corrupt or you're going to have to go. This two system, wherever they design, Republican or Democrat, Conservative or Labour, PNP or JLP, they are the two cheeks of the same backside sitting on the same toilet. That's why the whole of them can just come and make promises, point out each other fault, point out each other fault. But not much of a changes when each of them have the power to make the change. But they have to play that game to keep us, the ping pong ball, steady between those two rackets. Them have to keep we steady. But the Jamaica people, where all of these money is being donated to here, there, and everywhere, how much of it will they see? Gilbert, Ivan, Cuban bulb scandal. How much of it the people are going to see? How much of it are going to reach to the farmers across Jamaica, particularly St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Clarendon? How much? They are going to benefit to rebuild their life, as opposed to what government and their private sector friends and their contractor friends is going to walk away pocket full after this disaster is over, with Jamaicans picking up the bill for themselves. because there has been a mass failure in government. There has been a mass failure in coordination. There is a reckless way in spending the country's money. We do not have nature really look out for it in some ways. Nature, or you want to call it God or whatever. No, sir, we don't have a healthcare service to withstand a calamity that carries a death toll. Nature understands that. Or if you want to say, God understands that. We do not have a healthcare system, a healthcare infrastructure to withstand any toll of disaster, injuries and fatality. We have to look at the reality. We don't have ambulance. Even if we did have ambulance in this phase, how well or how beneficial would they be to the people of Jamaica getting around the country, rendering assistance to the people? We don't have air ambulance. Do you understand? Do you understand? If this earthquake, the hurricane, comes with a catastrophe of injury and death toll, do you understand what will be happening to our people this morning? Do you understand what would have been happening to our people this morning? Given the tectonic plate we sit on, we're not out of the woods, my people. We are not out of the woods. We are not equipped for disaster. We are not equipped for disaster. We are being saved. We are being protected by someone or something. Because if we ever get a disaster that carries a calamity like what we see happening in Haiti in the past, Jamaica will bleed and Jamaica will die without assistance. We have to look at the reality. It's just the reality. If this disaster came with fatality and injuries, Jamaicans would bleed and die in the derelict disaster zone. Because we do not have the capacity, mechanism, or infrastructure or anything to deal with such a calamity. Not that we couldn't be prepared. Lord Jesus, let me go back to my thumbnail. Because you've been getting away how much morning now, So I want to keep you in front of me. I went there, England. Oh, seeing the behind Putin. The Holy Father. Somebody type Holy Father for me. Somebody type Holy Father. It is not that we couldn't have been equipped and prepared across the country. The problem is how our money has been spent, how our country's budget for the last 6 years been looted by the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party. It is why our infrastructure is like that. That's why we don't have ambulance. We don't have medical equipments and diagnostic equipments. We don't even have injection and band-aid in our hospital. Them say all nurse a thief. Pill. Dr. Tufton. All nurse a thief pill. It's not that we couldn't equip. When 700 billion unaccounted for, 700 billion. And look at the state of our health care. Look at the state of health care across Jamaica, Dr. Tufton. We are being saved this morning because if we had a nasty disaster, it would have been devastating for Jamaica. Hope I would under foreign mad. Because what people them would still lay down in the disaster zone waiting for help. Help that will never come. Not because our country is too poor to prepare, but our politicians are too thief to care. And that's a good problem, you know. Holy Father, Ken. Father Ken, what are you doing for poor people, Holy Father? When Father Albert was your Monsignor, Father Albert cared very much about poor people. In this disaster, Holy Father Ken, the money where you rob from Miss Blissett and others, Holy Father, we want to use it to help poor people. The money them where you collect up a Stella Morrison or whatever the place name, Holy Father. Because we know you're thief, you know. Thiefing Archbishop Ken. Because you can't stop me from calling you thief. You know say you're thief, Holy Father. Don't even bother talk about the Batman Bertram him. Holy Father, I know you're a thief. And you, Holy Father, Kenneth Richards, know that you're a thief. We're talking about dead people's land, Holy Father. We're talking about the wealth and asset of Father Albert, Holy Father Ken. What happened to it? All of those homes and youth club that the Holy Father Albert had across Western Kingston, all of those care that Father Albert used to give to the elders. What have you done with it? Thieving Holy Father Ken. What have you done with it? Have you stolen it? How much lands have you stolen, Father Ken? How much apartment complex are you building on the back of stealing, Holy Father Ken? I wonder what the Holy Father is doing to help Jamaicans who are in this dire strait at the moment, thieving Archbishop. Walk around and swindle money out of married woman pocket, Archbishop. Dick in your hand, zip down, Archbishop. You can't answer me, no. You would never dare to come out and come argue with me, Father Ken. I dare you. I dare you to speak or even pray comfortable in front of me, Father Ken. When I don't bawl, you would be surprised. Jamaica must know that you're a demon. You're a thief. You're a land thief. And you're a corrupt old whore. Ask Miss Blissett about you, Father Ken. You criminal. What do people have money there? What are the for poor people, Holy Father? Thief land, Holy Father with the apartment complex them. Thief in Holy Father, what kiss Miss Blessed pan him neck and bail out everything out of Miss Blessed pocket. Thief in Father Ken. You're a thief. You're a criminal. You sit down and wait for people dead in your organization, Father Ken, for hold on upon them land and asset, which is what the Anglican Church and the Catholic Church have been doing for the last 2,000 years. Go on, go read. For the last 2,000 years, the Anglican Church and the Catholic Church is walking a thief, so. Because the two of them is the one of the same, born out of the other. But only may think this man, Father Ken, as somebody. Father Ken, I don't know nobody. Father Ken is just another sexual predator like Andrew Holness. Father Ken is just another land thief like Juliet Holness. Father Ken is just another corrupt animal, just like any other politician you see out there. Don't even mind Batman Bertram. Don't mind Batman Bertram will support the declassification of gender. Don't mind Batman Bertram will support the attack on women. Don't mind them. The whole of them a bunch of thieves and criminal. The thing a little assistant what poor people used to get is dismantled by Father Ken. When Father Albert was there, Father Albert cared about the people, spent on the people, spent in the community of Western Kingston, try to support the people in whatever way them can. From Father Albert dead, Ken thief off and control everything. All the land them where Father Albert, the land them for people were dead from the church, where they dead where Father Albert never do nothing with. Ken can't take them and build apartment complex for them and a rent and a sell house. Yes, on a holy rich multimillionaire archbishop. And when we talk about church and the interpretation of God through King James Bible, go and read who King James is. The glory and mercy of King James for the people of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. Where were you mentioned where were you in the King James Bible? Them never write it for you. Them tell you in their own King James Bible, it's written for the grace and mercy of the people of England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. It wasn't anything about you. Uno go take up people sin thing pound the head. The very original King James Version, read the first about 3 pages of it and see if they not tell you who this Bible was written for. The grace and mercy of who. You can't go on. You can't go on. Which one of my phone? Me fi check Debbie, me check and me not see nothing for you. Or is it something where? Hold on.
I'm telling 30 or 2nd of July. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you. But I don't get you.
Hold on there. So make them stay there. When you talk about religion, people like to jump down your throat. The truth is just the truth. If you don't want to go read it, or if you want to read it and think I don't say go. Remember say Kenneth Richards and Andrew Holness them. Thanks, Debs. Remember, there's two group of high schools, boys on the afraid in Jamaica. When you see the boy them we got St. Catherine High, 3, let's say 3. You see the boy them we got St. Catherine High. The boy them we got Monroe College. And the boy them we got Jamaica College, but particularly the Monroe boy them and the St. Catherine boy them. When you look how them are deal with Jamaica. Look at them. Look at them when they get to power. How crooked and corrupt they are. Look at Ken. Look at Andrew. Look at them over there, the infamous ones. They're all the St. Catherine boys, aren't they? Devious, narcissistic, wicked, and cruel to people. Those, Juliet Holness from St. Catherine High too. Hey. Remember Juliet Holness, a man in disguise. Remember Juliet Holness, a man in disguise. Juliet Holness now one of the St. Catherine High boys as well. In beat and teach. Juliet Holness. Look at light bulb, Kern and the light bulb. To be honest with you, Philip Palwell, get drawn into the light bulb. Kern Spencer was more of a scapegoat for Philip Palwell. But may I tell you, everything just a tumble down so. See them I say yes, Juliet is one of the St. Catherine High boys. Juliet is one of the boys from St. Catherine High. Don't you see how the boys with beat and teach, we all laugh? Why are you laughing? Juliet Holness is one of the boys from St. Catherine High. Look at Juliet Holness' behavior. Look at how the boys from St. Catherine High behave when them get to the top. Narcissistic, dictatorial and controlling, greedy and corrupt. When you think a little thief in Holy Father can do, Kenneth Richards is a thief. And Kenneth Richards know what I'm saying is not a lie. That him kiss Miss Blissett pan him neck and dry Miss Blissett pocket. Him dry Father Albert asset. The land them where people when they have family and will dead in the church dead. Where the church commandeer them land. Ken take it and do what Ken want to do with it. Ken, you're a thief. Ken, you're bad mind. Ken, you run against. You can't talk about your idea in a Ken ears. Father, Holy Father, you're a thief. And I see you send out Bertram where they come back up Lisa. And what you call it? And gender crisis would not have Mr. Batty Bertram come out, come defend Lisa to come degenderize woman. And uno When you want people to come at church, come shut their eye and pray. If you not pull down them zip and a dip on the hand in them wallet while them eyes shut, who not talk to? Thief in Holy Father Kenneth Richards. The male prostitute of the clergy. Aren't you, Holy Father? What are you doing for poor people at this moment? Can you see yourself in the image of Father Albert? Can you bring out any of the attributes of Father Albert in you this morning? Thiefing, male prostitute, Father Ken? Wait till look a gal Bertram round there, so. Who is Bertram think he's talking to? If Lisa Hannah pay Bertram to come support his declassification of gender, tell Bertram to go and bend over in front of Chopper John or Hero Clark. Not around here. Not around here. The whole arm of bloodsuckers. That's why the whole arm put on a foot in a poor people's neck. Anyone on willing to play old master game, we get a position up there. Anyone on willing to oppress and suppress the people like what Andrew Holness is doing at the moment, we get a big job up there. Because getting a big job, you have to be in the game of keeping people in their place. One day we will rise like the Kenyans. One day we will rise like the Gen Z Kenyans, and we're going to take back power. And like they demand Ruto to roll the bill back, Ruto have to roll it back. They demand Ruto to go, Ruto have to sack his cabinet. How long can Ruto stand this out for? And how long before the Rutoism start hitting Andrew Holness? Jamaicans, can't take it anymore. Can't take this beating, this trampling over you from the government. Can you bear more of it? Or is there a time that is going to come when you're going to stand up against politics and religion and say, God within me, I am God and I have the power to create my own destiny? I bet you one never get so great. Because I don't want to call on God somewhere else. I, Wayne Forbes, I am God. I am. That you cannot take away from me. That power reside within me. One go talk, say me a drink mad puss piss, if that's what you think. But if you want to run around the whole place, looking for something and praying for something that you have been searching for earnestly and you can never find and you will never find until you look inside yourself, go on, go talk, say me mad. I don't afraid for drink mad puss piss. I don't afraid for drink mad puss piss as long as people like Andrew Holness, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden can't come fool me. You can't go on drink on a mad puss piss around here looking for something that you're never going to find. The quicker you realize who you are is the quicker you're going to find solutions to find your way out of this problem. You're looking for the solution and you're looking where they're not, while the solution is sitting down waiting for you to return to them. You can't go on. You can't go on with the whole heap of man-made conundrum. What kind of blighted on a life, on a future, on an asset, on a wealth, on a generation? What can go on with the whole heap of conundrum? Because it has taken us somewhere and it is certainly going to take us somewhere. So you can't go on. Oh no, can't go on. I am that I am. Hold on, read the Bible. Hope on read the Bible upside down. How about the Bible I tell you who to be now? But still read it upside down. Careful to read it and understand it. Then someone would break away and say, holy shalloms, it's within me. What am I searching for? All I have to do is just nourish and nurture what is within me. When something else will come tell me, look over yonder, go over the other side of the river, hope and pray, be flown into a chariot. Do not drink your milk and honey here because you have lactose intolerance and diabetes. But when you get to heaven, I shall feed you the lactose intolerance on milk, and you, the diabetic, I shall feed on honey. You can't go on. You can't go on. The Holy Father and the politician, there's no difference between them. All of them are suppress the Jamaican people. All of them, wherever you find them, are suppressing black people. All of them, wherever you find them, are suppressing people in general. They have to have something to control us in order for them to live bourgeoisie life. They have to create a peasantry in order to do that. They have to create a working class in order to do that, in order to sit up there. They have to do that. When you, the people, are going to rise up, when you, the people, are going to rise up and activate the power within you, are the only thing I'm going to save with. The Savior you're waiting for and looking for, I have bad news for you today. It's not going to come from outside of you. Very bad news. That Savior and that help you're looking for, it's not going to come from outside of you. And that's the sad news for you this morning. So you're going to have to reroute yourself to find that Savior. It might just be closer to you while you're looking far away. You see why we're in the situation we're in? We don't know how to separate religion and economy. We don't know how to separate religion and politics. We don't know how to separate religion and wealth. We think religion encompasses all. We have to learn to look at our priorities. Otherwise, we're going to continue fail. We're going to continue to regress. Look at our water and power system in 2024. Look at our water and power in 2024. It is no better than it was in 1984. 1984, we have cleaner water. We have better water pressure. We have many standpipes in our community. Whereas now, the kitchen and bathroom within our house don't work unless you have a bucket of water. We're going backwards. We're not improving. The people who we run around for in election time and give them power, they don't care. Look at the disaster relief at the moment. Look at the devastation across the country. And politician head still up in the cloud when people are suffer across the country. People livelihood destroyed across the country. People homes destroyed. People business destroyed. And this government is just talking and promising and promising. But the truth is it really happening on the ground? The people are saying no.
I see you, yes, on a Congo Wall Road. 75% of the whole stop them gone. Furniture, mash up everything. All vehicle mash up down in there. So we are look some help from any source at all. We can get the help. We need the help. Yeah, some people don't have not even the spot with their house. Everything gone. Shop gone. Animal gone. Fowl coop. Goat pen. Everything, you name it. From a barn go have sense. I first we ever see this happening over South St. Elizabeth, yeah. So anyway we can get the help, brother. Enough people are suffering. Enough people don't have nowhere to sleep tonight. Enough people house. When you look on it, all you can see is the top. No roof at all, no the panny, they don't know where to sleep. I know, like I said, people don't need help. People need help, so we need government and whoever people source we can reach out and help people. People need help, man. It don't make no sense. And at this time and this situation here with people, you know. Right now, from the storm last week, we should have seen more people that come around, you know. You don't even see one JPS man, you don't see one floor man, you don't see nobody who say from the government side of people that say, come make we try to do something to the poor people them and help them. If I did election, you see everybody come by your doorstep and if you eat one dumpling, they want to eat it with you. But no, nowhere to be found, none of them. We need no help and now we want to know. When election, we don't want to know, we want to know now. Right? And people are suffer. Come Barrick for you not no house. You talk to them, you not no house.
You not no house in the region. Everything flat. Everything gone. All the good money. Papers, everything gone to the house. Nothing at all there. Farming mash up here. Want to start. We want to start. That's it. You think I joke now, man?
Me know.
The papers are gone. Everything, the money in the house gone.
I just need to go. Come out 10 days, every day, don't you go house to house and you see what going on down here. So. I tell you, so we need help down here. So. Furniture gone. See, all my matches for me provide out this. Furniture gone. Everything. Vehicle mash up, everything. We need help, brother. We need help. We don't. The politicians, them, we don't go and see them when the election. We see them now when we need the help. We need.
This is not only happening in St. Elizabeth, you know. South Manchester, Westmoreland, Clarendon, St. Thomas. This is an outcry across the country where a government who's telling international media how prepared they are. The same government which is making it out to the media that it is not so bad we are managing. Can you imagine? This same government is still not reaching the people on the ground. This same government is showing a woeful lacking Marcia Stewart, you're back. You just get light. Woefully lacking in management of this disaster. Jamaica, what this is showing us, that we are nowhere ready for a disaster in a way that hit place like Haiti. Why Jamaica people now come call for Andrew to go? In a them distress and despair, why is Jamaicans not mobilizing themselves? Or is it because everybody still are going to walk and hold on to their political tribalism? One day we're going to have to drop the tribalism and become a family again, you know. It's getting to that point. Jamaica. Blue Wave, I've never believed them at any time about the 3 million puppet. For me, I'm picking here, me soon 50. Few months from now, me 50. And for 50 years, Jamaica population remain 3,000. Do you know there are some places in a Jamaica where census takers don't go? There are some people in Jamaica that do not know the difference between voting census and population census, and therefore does not get involved in the population census. I know everybody get count at Jamaica. You can't tell me for 50 years now, a country birth rate or death rate has not shift the eye of the needle. So why at them I walk and shoot way down every day to make sure the population doesn't go a jot above 3 million? Is that so? Horace Strong, can you clarify for us? Whole heap of people don't get enumerated in the population census. Because even in Britain here, I've worked on the population census before. And majority of people don't understand the difference between the population census and the electoral list census. So once them see you as a census taker, they don't want to get involved with you. It happens in Britain here too. And thereby, you do not get an accurate count of the population. I know for Britain, and it's the same thing for Jamaica. The figure that you see on the 10-year population count, it's not an exact figure. They count those who they could have got to. There are a lot of people they didn't get to. There are a lot of people that didn't respond to the count. So, it not really, I know something for really listen to and them talk about 3 million people. Not go so. The population would have to either increase or decrease, but it cannot statically stay at 3 million. You have to balance the death and birth rate. Besides, we don't have an accurate statistic on the population census. So sometimes I don't have to listen to numbers well. Exactly, you have more dying than more born in. So the population rate cannot stay so static. It have to fluctuate either way. It's either going up or it going down. But it cannot be that throughout my lifetime, the country's population just static at 3 million, so? No, sir. Oh, hold on, let me look if I have nothing more. Do I have anything more? Hold on. Don't mind Dunce Justice, Spantan. Hey, you a Baba Dunce. Local Government and Community Development Minister Deadman Mackenzie is insisting that Jamaica was well prepared for Hurricane Beryl, dismissing any mischief makers, critics who have said otherwise. So the question to you, Dead Man Mackenzie, how much shelters are there across the island? If we were well prepared, how much shelters do we have across the island, Mr. Mackenzie? Because in one of your interview, it was 60 plus. In another of your interview, Mr. Deadman Mackenzie, it was 870 plus. The Prime Minister was the only one to give a decisive figure of 900. The Minister for Water said 780 plus, which is the correct figure. Because in this well-preparedness, we want to know if we had too much or we didn't have enough. So 900 is the highest and 60 is the lowest of the figures given. In between those two numbers, Mr. Deadman, tell us which is the correct figure. When you look at Flight Green page, Beat and Teach, all the Flight Green name as shelter was all the available schools from infant to high schools that Flight Green could pick out over in constituency. I dare you, I kid you not, just go look on him page. And I'm sure when the Prime Minister came out and talked about 900, he were talking about all these schools over Jamaica. What kind of preparation is that? How come it's taken so long to move around the country? Cause Miss Morrison, how you do? Taken so long to move around the country. Can you imagine? If you are well prepared, if you were well prepared, and the people on the ground are struggling so much, the people on the ground are yearning to see government. Can you imagine, Deadman Mackenzie, if you were unprepared? Can you imagine if you were unprepared? But remember, you know, I did 83% of a dead man. Was it 83% of a dead man Mackenzie was activated or something? Boy, we can't manage. The problem is we receive lies too well. There's not a consequences to the lies they told. There's no outrage. 65% for dead man. There's no outrage when these people look at us and stare at us and tell us the same straight-faced lie that Donald Trump would just get up 3 o'clock in the morning and tell the world. And everybody would be outraged about Donald Trump lies. But nobody get outraged about Andrew Holness and his 49 cronies lies. I don't get it. Why is there no outrage against this government? Why is everybody so in fear against a tyrannical government, against a dictatorial government, against a government that shows no care for the people? Why is there no one in outrage? Why everybody has suck salt through a wooden spoon? Why everybody carry water in a basket to make the Prime Minister feel well? Is it because you were threatened? Is it because you know I'm withdrawn from under bed? Is it because if God gave a message for him, and give him the message, he's going to send his uniformed gunmen to come and ransack your house and arrest you? What is the fear all about, my people? What is the fear all about? We're not just in a fear, so. Wayne Evans, how you do? Christine Gilbert, Mays Garden Parish, Keith Salmon, real sweet. Robert Honeywell, Kirk Edwards, Rohan Williams, Raymond G, The Easy Jerk World, Blue Wave, Coretta Morrison, Pamela Acola, Honodo. Morning, Brenda Elson, Jennifer Simpson, Ubuntu, Joycelyn Williams, Douglas Allen, Marcia Stewart, Blue Wave, Mitchie, Perspective Power, Delroy Henry, Honodo. Who else jump on when we never focus? How are you all doing? Errol Brown, how are you? But something have to give. We can't just walk headlong. Perspective Power. We can't just walk headlong into this thing just so. Somebody have to become outraged. Akabilan, how are you? Jason King. Somebody have to become outraged. Christine Happiness. Everybody can't just roll over Pauline Dixon and accept what it is, Andrea. Somebody have to stand up. A generation will have to stand up. Somebody will have to push back. Otherwise, Josiah, the critique, Brenda. Otherwise, we're doomed to failure on one list. If we don't stand up, we are doomed to failure, Mandela's strength. So let me tell you something. The quicker we see where it's going, become involved, become outraged, taking back our powers, are the better for we. Are the better for your generation. Because if we don't think it bad, you know, wait till 10, 20 years down the line. Wait till the queers are in control. Because the queer community is a narcissistic community, you know. Because don't mix up the gay agenda and the queer agenda. This way you see them a push on by law and through schools. It's the queer agenda. The gay agenda, people want to be gay if they want to be gay. What has been pushed on you through law and in and through education is the queer agenda. Jamaican Carlos, how you do? Wait until them cement themselves and take over, and then you will see the halabaloo what you get on yourself in if you don't stand up and start push back from now. Because Althea Johnson is a narcissistic group set of people where they want to control how you think and act, and you must be like them, or you must acknowledge and reverence them. Wait until the queer agenda take over. I don't see who now go them build up them alliance road. No. Them make sure it's subliminally taught to you in the media. Until now, we're going to have to accept it in a legislation and in a education. Wait until them cement themselves around you and see if them don't give you your marching orders. Are you going to push back now, or are you going to wait until you're in the middle of the fire, where every angle you try to get out, fire burn off your hair before you come out. You notice your government is willing to drive home the queer agenda by their Somewhat and their Canada deal that they have accepted. Wait and see what will happen to you when you don't start meet fire yet. A sumo couldn't buck up in here now, you know. When the blaze comes, a lot of you won't have time to get out. Because the blaze and the smoke is going to kill you. It's no time to stand up for something. Because the longer you wait, the more you're going to lose. What the government is going to start legislating and teaching in your schools is going to be catastrophic for family life. It's just going to be catastrophic. Because what the government is doing, Jamaica to him, so him fed up. No, sir. If one don't stand up, Nigeria government is getting ready to sign off accepting Samoa. Yes, that's why you see the Americans is going against not Kenya, Uganda and Ghana, because Ghana has implemented strong anti-gay laws as well as the thingy. But whole heap of them are going to accept it because whole heap of them are puppet. You know, so Ruto will get for him red carpet in America where they find him come back in country and mash up. Because the young generation, when you decide to become the American puppet, they are going to stand against you as long as they're awakening people. Not when them succumb to tribalism in politics. Them can stand up against any demonic force in our system. Jamaica needs to get there where we start to stand up rather than standing down. Because what we're doing at the moment, you know, Jamaicans, we're standing down to tyranny. We're standing down to systems. We're standing down to other people's agenda. We're not standing up. We certainly are not. Sonia Foster. We're not standing up at the moment. We're certainly standing down. We are in fear. We have become complacent. We think there's no other way out. Standing up is a start, though. Standing up is a start. And I tell you, especially for women out there, you stand to lose a lot in this queer transgender policy being pushed on the world. Because of pregnancy and maternity, women have it very difficult in elevating in certain organizations. It's difficult for women to get to the boardroom. So therefore, you have the argument of, as well as equal pay for the sexes, you have equality of the sexes at the very top in the boardroom. When them roll in all of these shenanigans, Karen Barnes, women now go care when them dress up a tough calf, broad shoulder man in skirt, wig, and heels and place him in the boardroom. You can no longer take them to court to say there's not equality of the sexes in the boardroom. Because is a man like them, he's going to be on the man salary. That argument is cancelled out because he might get the same pay like those in pants, even though he's in skirt, ought to be in pants. It's woeful in the workplace for me as a big, tough, open-minded cuckoo to know how to refer to a colleague of mine who would turn up today in a multicolored wig, makeup and beards, heels and skirt, but tomorrow will turn up as what we normally know to be a man. Who do I speak to on what particular given time or day is the mindset that that queer is in. It's hugely disturbing for me as an old cuckoo to deal with. Never mind the children in schools who will have to say, Miss this morning, sir this evening, or them they tomorrow. It's confusing. And that's why I have been asking you, if the policy in your country permits, take your children out of the education system. It's a way to stand against this tyrannical teaching that is coming ahead. But no want to stand up. Everybody just loves to stand down. It is why Andrew Holness is so powerful. It is why they can commit the crime and steal right in front of you, because we have stood down. We're not standing up. We have stood down. And that standing down opened the gate of liberty. Panwe. Open the gate of liberty because we have stood down. Not turn up for nothing again. We not teach nothing again. Anybody can buy we out. We can sell out for anything. We love easy life. We don't want to go look wood and cook with 3 stone again. We want stove and microwave. We have been modernized, but we have been desensitized and deculturized, aren't we? And defamilyized, if you want to make it up as you go along. What has modernity and globalization done for us? What has modernity done for us? We might as well go back, go shit a bush, because we can't shit in the toilet them. We might as well go back, go bathe a standpipe or bathe in the wash pan out a back door, because we have not really elevated. Are we? And look at the looting and shooting of the public budget year in, year out. Whichever political party is in cycle is a constant looting and shooting in our budget. Therefore, for 60 years, we rode them tanso and get wasara. For 60 years, we drain them tanso and get wasara. For 60 years, we power service tanso and get wasara. For 60 years, our education system tanso and get wasara. For 60 years, our healthcare system tanso and get wasara. What has modernity done for us? We might as well go back a bush, go shit. Because the toilet them in our house don't serve its purpose, just like this government does not serve its purpose. So you might as well go back a bush. Go on back a bush. Andrew Holness is not going to go there on daily by week calling for Andrew Holness to go. The people of Jamaica and the People's National Party need to take to the street and demand that Andrew Holness goes. We need to be more proactive. Very quiet, Carlos, because Mark Golden knows say when him come in, him going to have to carry on the summer what policy, Carlos, because it's a trade policy. So him going to carry it on. What is Mark Golden do? Is going to follow the directives of Europe as to what to legislate in our country. Mark my word, may I tell you where it is going from this morning. Take out to no book. When somewhat foot under the table, the first thing is going to happen. You hear Andrew already cite the hate speech law and the gender declassification rules, what they might think about. But what they're going to do in the offense of the Persons Act of 1886, I think, what they're going to do, they're going to decriminalize buggery in that law. After they decriminalize it, then that is where they are going to start implementing all these equalities that ought to come from somewhat. Because at the moment, they would have hard time implementing some of those with the buggery law. But look and see if Andrew Holness government ain't going to try to repeal it before him coming. Then if he doesn't, it's left to Mr. Golden. What will be your call, Mark Golden? Will you deculturize Jamaica? Or will you stand up and say, regardless of our trade ties, we do have a culture, and we would like our culture. We would like to choose our culture and not have someone else's culture enforced on us, because our political leaders is going to find themselves favorably enriched from selling us out. Nobody knows stand up. It's a stand-down art. Standing down, that's all I do. Standing down. The whole of them are snake. So that's why me no PNP and me no Labour, me no like, none of them and me no support, none of them. Anything me I do is about the people of Jamaica. PNP and Labour wreck this country. It is fair to say that the PNP, they may have more sense enough where they can implement social policies, but the same PNP turn around, thief off the money where to implement the social policies and make it better for the people. Did they not? All of them are thief. JLP are thief, PNP are thief. All of them corrupt, JLP corrupt, PNP corrupt. The people of Jamaica, though, have been left in the middle of it, been backed from side to side. And two people primarily stand up there, enrich themselves. When I see nobody come out the poor. Who want to see come out the poor? Who come out the poor? Look upon them, we're going there barefoot. Look upon them, we're going there. We're whole student that when them reach there. Who come out the broke? Ask yourself the question. Other than Michael Manley and Siaga, who come out the broke? Who come out the broke? Ask yourself the question. Ekran sound system, how you do? Who come out broke? Other than Michael Manley and Siaga, the whole of them no millionaire. They not turn billionaire, turn up right pan with shoulder turn billionaire. Did you not see Juliet Holness? Did you not see Andrew Holness? Did they not stand on our back and become millionaire? Did you not see the dead Mike Henry lying in his bed where they have to take Mike and table to him for political campaign? Did you not see the dead J.C. Hutchinson that looked like a parish emaciated jackass? Did you not see them? Did you not see them? Did you not hear that 8 of them have stolen so much from you that they can't even account for the loot? Did you not hear? 8 of them. 8 of them which is coming and asking for your vote have stolen more than what they can carry. 8 of them. And not an outrage. All we're waiting to hear the name is to sing and dance on their political grave. We're not interested in holding them and drawing them to the gallows and hanging them, just like Bobby Montague want to hang or under 18s. Anyway, my people, thank you that you have to stay with me. You have to know that sometimes I'm mad somebody you not deal with. You have to know that sometimes they go off into the mad side of me. So when me go mad, you not just have to, it's a balancing act. You can't be sane all the time. Madness and saneness go together. So you have to balance them to get it right. You have to balance them. Marcia Gray, how are you? Oh, I mean, I don't know which part pan the oven tray in a hell me I go put them, Marcia. But me I make sure them roast, them crispy roast. I don't know on which one of the baking rack I'm going to put them. But I'm going to make sure they're crispy roast. That's as you touch them so they turn powder in your hand. Jamaicans need to wake up, put politicians to work and hold them to account. Your employee can't come in every day and sit on a reception and roll up him spliff and a smoke and nothing so. Come on, Jamaica people. Ian. Your employee just come in, roll up him spliff, sit on a reception, cock up him foot pan him desk, and just a go on so. And you not have a problem with it? No, sir. That's why Edward Wilmington tells him I go piss in a pipeline, give it. Our MP I go piss in a pipeline, give it. We have to wake up and become outraged. Ask Andrew, 10 million out of the 31. I wonder if Vice President Trump, I wonder if Vice President Trump there. Well, I'm find Vice President Trump. Lord Jesus, what a calamity upon this world. Where is Vice President Trump? Where is Vice President Trump? Good morning, Vice President Trump. We saw you. We watched. When you hand over, not in physicality, but in announcement, 31 million. Was it in 2002? Was it not? 31 million to Andrew Holness. Of that 31 million, Vice President Trump, I'm sure you uttered that portion, I think 10 million, was to go towards at-risk youth for community initiative to steer them out of crime. Am I wrong or am I right? So it would be good if President Trump can get some update from the Holness regime as to the accountability of that $31 million. How has that 31 million assisted Jamaicans? How has it assisted youth? How has it assisted the fight of crime? Vice President Trump, you delivered the money. You should want to know. So that's a task for you, Madam Vice President Trump. When you will. Whoa. Anyway. Thank you all for being here this morning. We really appreciate your support right here on the Global Television Group. Day after day, time after time, show after show. What we hope, though, is for you to interact much more with the like button so we don't have to fall off the handles and ask the question and say, where your hand upon your Kimbo when you should have hit the like button? Now what happened to you? Huh? You scratch your head and I do this and I do that. You don't see the like button. You can't go on this morning like you don't see the like button. But it's the right in front and upon the left. If you click the X on the right and look over to the left, the like button they're right over there. So just run, go and go look, hit it up, and tell the whole world, say, it is time to stand up and stop standing down. If we don't stand up now, we're going to be trampled. Trampled. Them just go walk up and down over us. So hit the like button, man, and make we run on the road and tell everybody, say, whoa, 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 be aware of those criminals. Look at them. Look at them. They're thieves, murderers, rapists, and money launderers. Look at them. Aren't they all criminals? But still, we hug up and love up with them when we see them and think, sliced bread is nothing compared to this old fool. Sliced bread is nothing compared to this big old, big good for nothing fool of a prime minister. Good morning, and thank you for being here with us this morning. Join us back later, right here on the Global Television Group.